Hey, and welcome back to Smoky Ribs. I'm Russ Jones, and today I'm going to be doing a Memphis-style barbecue with some pork steaks. Let's get busy. Alright, to get this cook started, I've got my Weber 22.5-inch kettle grill, and on top of it I got the Mojoe Griddle. We're just going to put a little bit of vegetable oil on this. I'm going to rub it in somewhat. Alright, now onto that, I'm going to go ahead and take these pork steaks and we're going to sear them up. I'm going to go ahead and get these nice and brown on each side. Alright, I'm continuing to just flip these back and forth. And I'm building up a really nice crust on the outside of these. I tell you what, this is going to add some awesome flavor into this final barbecue product here. You probably have never seen nothing like this. Maybe you have. But this actually comes out of St. Louis, Missouri from a place called Charlotte's Barbecue. And they sell these on their menu. But I'm putting a twist to it by doing the Memphis barbecue rub and barbecue sauce. And I would like to give a special shout out right now to Kim Mazingo, one of my YouTube subscribers. She had read a comment that I had made on Smokes or Rollins' latest video, and he was doing like his own version of the Rendezvous barbecue rub, pork rub. So, you know, in the comment I expressed how I would like to get my hands on some of the original, and she read that, and she lives right there in Memphis, Tennessee, and she asked me to PM her my address, and Russ too, and she sent us both like 2 things of this rub and the barbecue sauce. Got it like 2 days after I had messaged her. Just unbelievable. Kim, thank you so much for this. I can't wait to try it. It's the real deal. It is original Memphis barbecue rub and sauce. It's going to really kick these chops up. Alright, I'm developing a really nice crust on these, as you can see. I'm going to let them go a few more minutes. At that point, I'm going to remove them. I'm going to wrap them up in some aluminum foil. I'm going to reconfigure this Weber. Okay, I'm going to set it up with my grates, and from there we're going to add a lot of smoke to these. Let them do a low and slow for about the next 3 hours until they get fork tender. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Right there, that looks good. We're going to go ahead and take them off. Alright, I have reconfigured. I've got my grate system on here. I've got a piece of peach wood for smoke. I've got all my pork steaks lined up down the center. I've got charcoal on this side, charcoal on this side for indirect cooking. I'm shooting for around 240 to 250. I have this probe hooked to my iGrill to monitor this grate temp. I'll be adjusting my lower vent and my top vent to try to hold it right there I want it. Now what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to take the Rendezvous, the famous seasoning right out of Memphis, Tennessee. And once again, I would like to thank Kim Mazingo so much for sending this. Very, very nice. I've never had anyone do that, and I just can't thank you enough. I'm going on kind of heavy, just like you would on a pork butt. I mean, it's not real heavy. It's not, in my opinion, it's not. It's actually just about right. And actually, these pork steaks are cut from the shoulder of the hog, or the pork, the Boston butt in this case. So that's exactly what it is. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go ahead and cover this while I'm talking, but if it's just like a couple and you don't want to do a whole pork butt, this is a great alternative. You can cook these down, and you can actually do pulled pork out of these just as easily. It's the same meat, it's just been cut into steaks. Alright, we're going to put our top on this. I'm going to monitor the temperature. I'll be working with the upper and lower vents. Like I said, we're going to adjust this down to around 240 degrees. Alright, I'm about 45 minutes into this cook. Now I've made a few changes. What I've done is took this pork steak and I stacked them up like this. It's going to do a couple of things. It's going to stop and prevent this meat from drying out. It's more of cooking like a real thick cut of meat, even though there is, you know, somewhat of an air gap in between there. I've also added a little thing of water here, a little container of water. It's just now starting to steam, and that's going to be putting moisture into this kettle. And it's little tips like this, little things you can do that can make all the difference in the world on how things turn out. And so I'm going to rock with it like this for about the next 2.5 hours. We're going to get this pulled pork tender, or not quite that tender, but close to it. And I'll bring you back at that point, and we'll sauce them up, and we'll go from there. Alright, so now we're going to sauce them up. These things are at like 195 degrees, about the same temperature that I would normally pull Boston butt off. And I'm going to go ahead and sauce them up with this Rendezvous famous barbecue sauce. Rendezvous is a famous restaurant there in Memphis, Tennessee, and this is what they use. And I cannot wait to try this. I can't thank Kim enough for sending this. That was just unbelievable. I'm going to sauce them on this side. I'm going to let them set for about 10 minutes, flip them over, then do the other side. And as you can see, I broke the stack apart once I got ready to sauce. Alright, now as you can see, these are ready to come off of here. I'm going to go ahead and pull them. I'm going to plate them. Then we're going to take a bite. Okay, if my hunch is right, I'm going to be able to take one of these. I'm going to be able to cut it with a fork. Oh yeah, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Wow, that is some excellent stuff. That rub, the flavor of the rub, the barbecue sauce, I've never had nothing that tasted quite like that. That's incredible, people, I'm telling you. Oh man. Oh man, that is some sure enough barbecue right there, people. That is great. Kim, thank you so much. That rub is excellent. Rendezvous original barbecue, Rendezvous seasoning, pork rub, whatever it's called. Excellent stuff. Till next time, smoke your ribs.